What's good, YouTube? This is your girl Muna, and we are back with another video. We're gonna get right into the video.
Question. And from Charleston, South Carolina. 32. I don't have no kids. I've been with the same boyfriend since for 5 years now. And my question is like, part of me like wants to give it up. Part of me don't. Like I love him, don't get me wrong, but like his ways have not changed the past 5 years. And right, no ring yet. We live together, we have material things together.
Why did it take you 5 years to realize that? Why is it taking you 5 years to realize that? At this point, we know as women, early on, we know if a guy is worth it. I would say we know within I would say the first month, if not almost immediately, we know if a guy is worth it. So to spend 5 years with someone and to want things like marriage or a family, you just telling me you just let the 5 years go by and you guys didn't have a talk about it. So now here you are on Ask Ashley, looking stupid, that I might add. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, they know the answer already. They know the answer before they get on Ashley. They already know the answer. I don't know if some of them be looking for confirmation. I don't know.
Together, but only thing locking us in is that material stuff.
So what do you want to do? What do you think you want to do? Do you want to leave?
I mean, I just don't want to waste any more of my time. I'm 32, no children.
She don't look 32. I keep saying what is in the water. She don't look 32. She look older. And I don't know if she got false teeth in her mouth. Something looking wrong. Something looks weird. And then you come up on a platform and you laid up in the bed. Have some class about yourself. If you know you're getting on a public platform where thousands of people is about to, um, see you, sit up, look presentable. A lot of times when like Ashley line up with these different women, when she speaks to these different women, a lot of them be laid up in the bed. Like I never really see like the women out and about. Like, of course, yeah, you're not gonna go live. Well, some people choose not to go live while they're out and about, but it just be looking like they're in a depressed state of mind, laid up in the bed, worrying about once again a man. You know,
If I do plan on having a family, I've got to do it very soon.
So what are you afraid of? Why are you afraid to leave? What's holding you back from just packing up, looking for another place and going if it's not your place already?
Probably because like I worry about him. He tends to kind of be in the street.
what I say? She in the bed, stressed out, worried. That man in the streets doing whatever it is that he do in the streets, not worried about her, not stressed out.
A little bit. He don't make the best choices, and I feel like since we've been together, he's been on the right track. And I do get worried about like his well-being if like I do decide to up and leave, and like where his mental will be. I don't want him going off the deep end, because of me. And I care for him. I do love him. I've known him since I was 17 in high school, and it didn't work out. And we kind of rekindled, but I have a real good connection with his family, his me and his mother.
How about worrying about yourself? Like a lot of these women be trying to raise a man. Alexa, play K Michelle. Can't raise a man. No, but for real, like a lot of women be trying to raise men. They be trying to push him to be better. Meanwhile, you're falling off. I always say, like, you're emptying your cup and pouring it into someone else's, and theirs overflowing and yours is empty. You're worried about the next person when you should be fully focused on you. You cannot raise no man.
Brother and his sister are very close, and I care for them and him.
Yeah, but you're not his mom, my love. You're not his mom. You're not his responsibility. And in some shape, way, or form, when we are in relationships, yeah, we are responsible for each other. But you can't not get what you want out of life because you're worried and concerned about the choices he's deciding to make as a grown up. At 17, maybe through 21, we're like, okay, maybe we can help them. But after being grown, he's making a choice to go out there into the world and do whatever it is that he wants to do. So Christina needs to do what's best for her.
Had talks about it, and then he'll start to change a little bit, and he tries to make me look at it as if like it could be worse. Like at least he comes home at night, but he'll ignore me when I call him, or and he makes me feel like he feel insecure. Even if he's not out there doing anything, he makes me feel that way.
I think all the signs are pointing to it's time to go. It's just you have to tell yourself, if you don't decide, I don't know, this year, next year, that you're leaving, what's going to happen is you're going to be one of those 45-year-old women raising an adult child, a man child, they called.
Right.
You're going to be raising a man child. You're going to be 45, like, girl, he ain't never changed, but he going to come home. All right, your rice in the cook. Where you been at? I told you to come home with. It's going to be that kind of energy.
And it ain't
With
even
no
a
rain.
situation where like, oh, he's still providing and I stay home. No, I work 50, 60 hours a week. You do the bills, 1 month, I could be doing it by myself. And I've told him that. And it's like at the end of the day, I think it's either going to take me to really leave. And then if if it's meant to be, it'll be. And if it's not, it's not.
Way to get out of it, Christina, is you have to get up. You have to go. You can't, it doesn't matter what day, it could be a random Wednesday, a random Thursday. You have to go. Yeah, like you said, you want marriage, you want children. That's important to you. He's not making that a priority because he thinks you're not going anywhere. He's like, oh, she ain't going nowhere. She'll be home. She'll nag me, but she ain't going nowhere.
No, I don't have a big family, and he does. And like they treat me like family, and I think that has a lot to do with it because like. And it always seems like it's around the holidays when, he starts really messing up. And it's like, dang, I don't want to spend Thanksgiving alone. I don't want to spend Christmas alone. So it's like, I think I just stick around because it's like, I love his family too. And it's like, that's hard just to let go. But I mean, I just at the end of
Girl, it's giving choose yourself. You loving his family, you loving him, but you never said, Ashley, I love me. I'm ready to put myself first. You didn't call up to Ashley already out the situation. If someone is not doing right by you, I'm not saying that it's always easy to leave. But 5 years? 5 years, now you want marriage, now you want a baby? You already got you got this man way past comfortable. It's like after all this time passed, now you want to make demands and you want certain things. When you wanted that should have been told first thing first. Like, this is what I'm looking, this is what I want. If we choose to be together, this is what I want from it. That should have been your boundary right there. It's either you can provide me with that or you can't. And if you can't, I'll go my way. You understand? But a lot of women don't be having their boundaries up. They just like allow the man to just do whatever he want to do, and he's not going to change. So it's going to take you for you to walk away. Sad to say. And a lot of women don't like hearing the reality of the situation. It's time to say bye. How you decide to do that and when you decide to do that, that's all up to you.
End of the day, I just feel like I just need to do what's best for myself.
Absolutely, you do. And I think, again, it takes a lot of courage to leave. You know, it's like, wow, I'm really doing this. It takes a lot of courage. But if it's like two things, you want that family structure, right? That part too is like, I'm getting older. I want babies. I
Right.
want stability. I want structure. I don't think you probably asking for much. It don't sound like you asking for a millionaire guy. You're
No,
just like, I want the bare minimum, babe. Come
We're women. We are the prize. You should go in wanting the world. And if he can't stand up to that, he's not for you. Why do you have to settle for the bare minimum? He done stressed you out. He done drained you, probably financially burdened you. And now you're thinking about the things, the boundaries, the things that you came in wanting. When it's too late, you got this man comfortable.
on. I've been
he
here how many years with you?
he thinks like whenever I call his phone and I'm like, where you at? What you doing? He thinks I'm like clocking him, and it's like I'm from Charleston. People get killed every single night here. I'm worried about you, literally. And like, there's been nights where he's out till 4 in the morning. Our clubs close at 2, and don't expect me to question you because what? You're a grown man, but you're in a relationship. If you want to do that, that's fine, but be single. He tries to come.
Ma'am, you dealt with that for 5 years. That should have been set when he first started doing it. Like, listen, I don't know what you got going on out on the street. First of all, what it is you think you're his mom. You allowed it when y'all first got together. Now he always been who he was. He never sugarcoated anything. He came out the box and he showed you who he was. You're getting tired of it now, and now it's 5 years later. So now, ma'am, what you got to do is you got to leave now. Because I know when you get to complaining, even after 5 years, you call him up like, where are you? He like, girl, we've been going through this. I said I'm outside. I'm doing me. I be there when I be there. Why are you questioning me like we haven't been going through this? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not making no
Come
sense.
with it's not like that, and does better, but focus on me and myself. And I just don't know if I could do that just still being with him, or if I need to leave to be able to do that.
You have to. I feel like
Do you see what a sometimes I just gotta pause. I be flabbergasted. Like I be taken back by some of the stuff I hear. Like genuinely just taken back by it. And I'm not saying that everybody has the same background, been through the same things. Um, and then you also got to realize like common sense ain't so common, right? Like everybody don't have the same knowledge. So I try my best to have like compassion and be open minded to what the things that I hear, but it don't stop me for being from being shocked. I be totally shocked like by the things that I hear. You cannot heal with the person that broke you. Should I say this one more time? You cannot heal from the person with the person that broke you. I do not believe in that. We're talking about the person that broke you. That man is not changing, ma'am. That man is not changing. You got two options. Be 45, like Ashley said, still telling him what to do, playing his mom, unhappy, no self worth, insecure, or choose you. Choose up. Choose you. Leave him, get yourself together, and go heal. This is what it's all about in 2025. Because all of these videos I'm seeing, it's taking me back to the same message. All of these women need to heal. Men need to heal too. Don't get me wrong, but my platform is specifically intentionally focused on women in the betterment of us. I am you, you are me, right? And My platform is to uplift, but I'm not uplifting in the way you think. I'm uplifting. I'm that tough lover. I'm the one that's gonna tell you how it is. I'm not the one that's gonna, oh, it's gonna be all right. Give him a chance. You guys sit down and you talk about it and see if he change. I'm not that one. I'm the one that's gonna tell you straight blunt how it is and what it should be and what you need to do. And if you don't do that, that's solely on you. But I'm always gonna be the voice in the back of your mind, like, yeah, I remember she said that. I remember hearing, she told me, I should have did XYZ. So I'm here and I'm focused on the betterment of women. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm not here to do it in the way you think. So I just feel like I said, you can't heal in a place that broke you.
I don't want to tell people to leave their relationships, but I feel like you could do bad all by yourself, kind of thing. Like, you know what I
Girl.
mean? Like,
all my homegirls tell me the same thing. Like they all beat down my like Christina. Please, you were that before him. You'll be that after him. Like
you won't be stressed. You won't look stressed,
right.
right? And I'm sure with stress, you gain weight. You don't feel as confident about yourself. Now, when you're not feeling confident, he says something or he out late. Now you're feeling more insecure. It feeds those things as a woman, you know? Now you're in your head at night. You on social media, like, look at these girls. They look good. I'm 32. I ain't got, what's going on? All right, it's time for me. You know, it's those thoughts.
When I do run into like another male and a conversation gets sparked and I let them know, I work, I don't have kids. They're interested. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't, and I
Respectfully, you don't need to be worried about no next man. You 32 with no kids, okay? Men will men will fuck anything. And I'm not calling you anything. I'm just saying men is gonna be men. Why do you care about what a man say when you tell him you 32 with no kids? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about wasting the prime part of your years, your youthful part of your years on a man? How do you feel about that? Why are you worried about what a man feels about you being 32 with no kids? It's pointless. Are you saying that because you are saying when you leave him, other men are looking for you? Men is always going to be there. They're always going to be there. Always going to be checking for a woman. Like, they're always going to be there. Like leeches on your back. You get what I'm saying? They're always going to be there. That's not the point. The point is, what type of men are you attracting? They're all out there. They're everywhere. Men is everywhere. Abundant. The world is full of men. Any type you want. But me, I want the right type. Me, I want a reflection of my higher self. Me, I want a man when I'm working out and I'm, at the prime of my life and I'm working out and I'm uh um eating healthy and I'm meditating and healing my inner child and doing all of these things. Guess what? I want a man that's gonna come along and be like, oh, you work out? Me too. Like, let's go to the gym. Or like, if I go on a spiritual retreat, you get what I'm saying, where I'm healing my where I'm healing my chakras and I meet, a guy there that's doing the healing on himself too. That's what it's about, right? You don't want to be broken trying to attract another broken man to you. Because guess what? When you don't heal from the man that you're with right now, you're gonna meet him in another form. You're going to meet him until you heal it. You're going to meet him. So right now, you probably will. Right now, let's say you lead a relationship and let's say you're steady looking for a man. You're like, oh my God, like, I want to date because you got people that relationship hop. They hop out of one relationship and think that being in the next relationship is going to make them feel better and not face that heartbreak that they just went through, right? So guess what? Yeah, you will probably find a next person. Granted, like I said, it's abundant of men out here, but you're gonna find the same God in a different body.
And I'm not trying to pursue another relationship like immediately, but it's not like I don't have men approach me, you know. I'm not gonna like say I got it going on, but you know, I have no kids, I don't have no drama. I got my own car, got my
You got drama, man. You got drama. You got inner drama. You attracted a Pookie. That says a lot about you on the inside. You is being a mom to a man. You're raising a man. You got a lot of inner healing to do.
my own house, make decent money, you know. So it's like,
So then he gotta leave.
yeah, he gotta leave. Yeah.
Okay, so
And that's another thing, like when we have spoke about, you know, breaking up or whatever, and he's packed his stuff but never actually came through with it. You know, he brings up, oh well, I give you this money, this, you know, the money, this, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, I try to tell him that's for what you've already stayed. You know, you've already that money's already spent. He's like, okay, well, you can evict me, and like the law.
Girl, she said earlier in the video that they're together because of materialistic things. So I'm pretty sure he's with you because of what you do for him. You're another one. Like I said, mom, you're raising a man. You're paying for things. You're buying things. Even if he do go out and hustle on the streets and give you money, you're still playing a mom figure to that man. And like I said, all you want to do is attract another one. So the house and the this and the that materialistic stuff, none of that matters. If you're broken on the inside, I don't care what you do. You're gonna attract chaos and confusion in your life in different forms. Let me put that out there. You're gonna attract chaos and confusion in your life in different forms until you heal.
In South Carolina, if they got a toothbrush in your house, you gotta evict them out your house. You know, so it's like, who want to go through it all? I gotta go to the court. And, you know, another thing, he's on probation. So if I don't want to cause a scene and get the cops called, you know.
Girl, is you making excuses? Look at Ashley's face. Look at Ashley's face right now. She like, girl, you making pure excuses for why you still want to stay with that man.
And it's just me being I'm a Cancer, by the way. So it's just me being caring and motherly. Even though I'm not a mother, I mother everybody around me, you know. It's just like at the end of the day, it's the actual physical, because I've went 2 or 3 days without even talking.
Mother yourself. Should I say that again? Mother that broken inner child inside of you. That's why you're attracting what you're attracting. Your inner child is screaming out to be for attention, to be cared for, to be healed. Your inner child is screaming out for you to give it some love. That's why you're attracting men that needs to be raised by women, or attract the men you got to raise, because you're seeing a reflection of your inner, which is you, your inner child being broken. So you just said you're a mother to everybody around you. Your inner child is screaming for that same love, meaning yourself. You are screaming for that same love. You need to break up with that man, get right with you, start healing yourself.
To him, like, and I told him like, this is over, you know. And then somehow he just finds a little way to inch his way back into my.
Nobody cannot inch their way back in if you close that door, sweetie. Is we going to stop lying to ourselves, or we going to continue this? Because until you take accountability about what's going on, right now you're making excuses and you're saying that he's doing something to you that he has no control over. That's all you, ma'am. And until you take accountability for your whole situation and realize that you are worthy and you are loved, and start pouring that into yourself, you're going to continue to be stepped on by this man.
Great grace, you know. And it's
but
just,
you have to set a hard boundary, Christina. Your no has to be no. Like, no. Bye. Go to your mother's house. Like, no.
Right. And see, that
Because
is an
I'm gonna
option
tell
for
you
him.
this now. 35 looks different from 32.
Right.
40 looks different from 32. 40 looks different from 35. I'm
Right.
not saying we can't age gracefully. I'm not saying we can't get creams, Botox, and all of the things. But
Right.
while you still cute, you still young,
Right.
before you hit that 35 mark,
Yeah. Yeah,
I would get a
absolutely.
lot more selfish.
Right. I
Ashley, stop lying. She looked like Dr. Phil with eyelashes on. I could see her bald. Like, she looks like she has a manly feature. She looks like Dr. Phil with eyelashes on.
appreciate it because I definitely needed to hear this, especially reading the comments, the girls, and that's kind of definitely what I needed to hear because at the end of the day, I care too much about his feelings for him to not care about mine at all. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome, darling. I'm wishing you the best, okay?
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.
You for coming up, Christina. It's very hard to leave when you've been in a relationship for so long. But if you write everything out, Christina, right now tonight.
Honestly, I feel that's the length of time you've been broken. That usually when you're in like a 5 year, 6 year, 8 year relationship, 10 year relationship, you have been through whatever the person is doing to you round after round after round after round after round. So it should not be hard. That's basically what I'm saying. It should not be hard. After 10 years of being with somebody, 5 years after being with somebody, it should not be hard. He done broke your heart time after time after time. You done called him and asked him why he was running the streets and where he was at time after time after time. By year 5, it should not be hard. So I disagree. I disagree. It should not be hard after 10 years of going through the same thing. It should be easy. You done seen what this person give time after time after time after time after time. You done talk to them. You done reason with them. You done tried to compromise. You done did all these things, and the person done showed you time after time who they are, and you chose not to believe it. So to me, that's all on you. But to me, after all that time, actually saying, "Oh, it's hard to leave someone after all those years." No, that's what you think because you're thinking man-made. Like, oh, I've been with them 10 years and this I wasted. So no, that's a hard pill to swallow. But it's not hard to leave someone after 10 years when they've been dragging you through the mud that whole 10. They've been dragging you through the mud that whole 10. And you telling me it's hard to leave that person? I don't agree. It might be hard for you to accept it. Like, listen, this person did this to me the whole 5 years. You might have to take your time, cry about it, deal with it some more, let them dust you off some more. But when a woman's fed up, when a woman is finally fed up and ready to leave, she will leave. She might got to be stomped, she might got to see the cycle play through the course of the years over and over again. But when you finally get fed up, you choose yourself. But I don't believe that it's hard to leave. I think it's hard to accept. That's what I wanted to say. That is it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with my next video. Bye.